the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. For Philadelphia, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay, I thought you
Monday.
said Monday.
Like mundane, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
So the Lakers win the tip. And now the Lakers starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Kobe. Then there's Howard. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at power forward. That's good. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Now here is Harris. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook, Harris kicks to Curry. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Now Bryant, just 5 to shoot, kicks to Westbrook. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here is Curry. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Embiid. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's lights out with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Right side, Kobe. No good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Curry against Westbrook. The shot by Curry, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And again, no good by the Lakers.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. Russell Westbrook is second.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
And, Greg, I think it gives them an edge over most of their counterparts at the point guard spot. I mean, desire, attitude, and they really look to mix it up. They're not afraid to do anything to help their team's cause.
And here are the 76ers now. After LeBron James hitting the three. Westbrook dishes to Davis. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 5. Right side Curry. Pass to Insanity. Here's lights out. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook passes to James. He dishes it to Bryant. On the wing, Davis. Clock at 6. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And, Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But, again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
Now here's LeBron after the miss from Joel Embiid. The kick out to Bryant. Another shot, and he hits the jump shot.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Here's lights out. 17 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And it's Harris off the drive. Count that one.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Westbrook kicks to LeBron. Fade away. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
They set the pick. Here's lights out. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Curry, and Davis sends it back. Inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Harris passes to Insanity. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Insanity's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook with it. He had 16 points in the win against Indiana.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Now Harris following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Harris dishes to Embiid. Curry against Howard. Curry kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. That ties it up. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Okafor's checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Howard. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Davis sets a screen. Westbrook with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Okafor with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball. And Curry has it in the corner. Charity stripe shot. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Davis with the bucket. And you look back at his season, Anthony Davis's development offensively just breathtaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, his ability to face up and break defenders down with the triple threat, that's really the foundation of his attack. And he's got a tremendously quick first step and a much improved jumper, too.
The Lakers shooting in this first quarter around 30. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Here's lights out. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And the basket by Harris. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Young. Rebound by the 76ers. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
It's stolen by Harris. Outside Curry. There's the pass to lights out. Harris outside. He feeds it to Okafor. Shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. And it's the Lakers on the break. And the dunk by LeBron.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's lights out. The feed to Harris. For 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Now, here's Westbrook looking for his first basket still in this one. Nance a screen. Young from outside. Landry grabs the miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Lakers trail by 5. Now here's Westbrook, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Here's Brown. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected. They recover it. Bass's shot. Good.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Offensive rebound. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now, here's Brown. He had 10 points in the win against Indiana. Curry against Westbrook. That's good.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Miles. Dishes it to Landry. Out to the wing. He kicks to Miles. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's Okafor missing.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Brown outside. The dish now to Westbrook. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. So we'll see Russell Westbrook go to the line here. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the 76ers.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And it's tied up with that one.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Okafor with a screen on Westbrook. Curry gets the bucket.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Westbrook passes to Nance. Passes it to Bass. Young outside. Fires from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrappy, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
Landry dishes to Aminu. Landry with a screen for Curry. Outside Landry. And the 76ers get it back. Can't get it to go. And here they go. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the ring.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season. Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. Has become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Tobias Harris. Johnson is out there with Insanity. Then there's Lights Out, and it's Embiid in at the center position.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
Here's James. He drains the turnaround jump shot. LeBron's got 13. The 76ers leading by 3. Feeds it to Johnson. Kicks it to Harris. There's the pick. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to lights out. Shoots the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Johnson outside. Harris against Davis to the left side wing. Here's Insanity. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
James kicks to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Davis has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Westbrook pulls it in.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Takes the 3. And it's James missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and the rebound goes to Howard. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Well, Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. He has 9 points and a steal.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole nother level when you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
In Kelloggese, right? In Kelloggese. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid with the screen on Westbrook. Here's Avanti. Can't hit. Great D that time from Westbrook. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Bryant is checked in for Wayne Ellington. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Howard. James outside. From deep. And again, the Lakers no good. Philadelphia's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. A free ball and the basket by Harris. Harris has got 14 points for the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
For the three. Harris missing again. The Lakers trail. Kobe attacking. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
Now Westbrook. He's got 9. Now the pass to Howard. Back to Westbrook. Takes the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lights out, passes to Insanity. Kicks it out to Johnson from deep. And he gets it to go. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Left side, Westbrook. Tries from 7. And that one hits back iron.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And there's the feed to Harris.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Embiid, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah, and Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago, it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with the knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his one season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injuries. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Passes checked in. And Embiid drops them both.
And talking about Joel Embiid, there are some who feel the Sixers targeted guys in the draft last year who couldn't help them win games. One wonders at what point does it become anti-competitive.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Bazemore grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 4. Pushing it up. LeBron with it. Picked up by Harris. James dishes to Westbrook. It's deflected. And Bass kicks to Westbrook. He feeds it to LeBron. Outside Bryant. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's 8 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in. Landry comes in for lights out. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Johnson. And Curry subbed in for Insanity. Here's Harris. That one a little long.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. And last year, down to 35.
6 on the shot clock. Again, Los Angeles.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's Westbrook. Oh! And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Pass to Bazemore. LeBron, left side. He kicks it to Bazemore. A 3-ball. Can't hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Except for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. He had a nice open look right there. 17 points for Tobias Harris.
Certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his third for the game, his second in this quarter.
Bazemore passes to LeBron. Dishes it to Bazemore. The 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his third rebound on the night. Over to the left wing. From deep, Miles. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And then for Los Angeles, Larry Nance is checked in for LeBron. Young is subbed in for Bryant. Lakers trail by 5. Bazemore dishes to Nance. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Philadelphia leading by 5.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against a better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And it's Okafor off the drive.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Curry against Westbrook. The dish to Bazemore. Mans a screen. Young from outside. It's deflected. Now, here's Aminu, defended by Young. Curry with a wide-open look. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
All right now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
That free throw good from Nance. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Brown is checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Ellington is subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And now a look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. Russell Westbrook, number one.
And despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
Well, he should enjoy it as good as he is as a defender. I mean, if he's on you, you can't relax at all. He gives opposing point guards nightmares. Activity, energy are just too much for some guys to deal with.
Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
Landry, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12 and 29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
And Philadelphia just, at times, hard to watch, even at home. I mean, they have the worst home field goal percentage in the entire league. Hard to get the crowd into it if you are clanking it on the rim every trip down.
Okafor kicks to Aminu. Okafor, the pass to Lang. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
see how the Sixers perform. First in steals, second in opponent shooting percentage, and they are ranked third in team rebounding as well. I tell you what, everybody on this team goes after the ball on the backboards.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
And the free throw, no good.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. But one thing that is sure, they will attack the basket. And a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Young's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 5. Curry kicks to Okafor. Andrew with the screen. Out left to the wing. Shot off the screen. And the jumper is on the mark. Landry's got his third basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. That's good. Young's got his second basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Curry dishes to Miles. Up in time, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. 76ers on top, up 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Tobias Harris was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
One thing I really like is their pace, nice and quick. A lot of their buckets came in transition. When they saw opportunity, they took it. It's so important for a team to be able to dictate the pace of the game, and we saw them do exactly that. They should stick with that because it's working. Keep up that transition game.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.